magic microphone.
It's like one of my kids. I feel like it's one of my kids' mics. You know what I mean? That alarm went off. I thought it was trying to take your pills. It felt good. I was like, all right, it's our pill time. Everybody take your pills. This is a Caucasian room in here, and I like it. Feels good. Last night I was not in a Caucasian room. Spent the night in jail. Look, there's my first time doing snappers, huh? I feel good about it. Feel good. Thank you for letting me come up here. I appreciate it. Feels good. Feels good. It's cold out, you know. Y'all feel good about that? I know. It's like geoengineering at its finest. We won't go down that road yet. We'll talk about that later. I don't like being cold though, because every time I say I'm cold, there's always some fucking knucklehead that's like, it ain't that cold. You know what I mean? There's always that one guy. They're not from around here, I'll tell you that. You know, like, just go back up there, man. Loser. I'm from Atlanta, so I was one time, I'll never forget, I was like 27 maybe, I don't know. I went into this Citgo gas station. Y'all remember when coffee used to be like motor oil and you would like, you could grow a couple of hairs on your chest, you know? Just by smelling it, you would take a shit. You're like, what is going on? It was tough, dude. You could pour milk in it, it wouldn't even change colors. You're like, I guess we're doing this. And I was standing in line, I went inside to get some gas when it was on like $4 a gallon, you know, fill up the whole tank. And this guy in front of me, I took a little shiver. I went, whoa, it's freezing, you know? And this little guy turned around, you know, he was like 4'8", which is, he was a full-grown man. At 4'8", I was like, dude, what's up? And he had really big ears. You ever meet a guy with big ears? He was like 87 years old. So he had big ears automatically. Just comes with it, you know, got that little head and big ears. He had a big nose too, but his nose had enough freaking hair in it that he could, Mockingbird could have flew out of that thing. I would not have been surprised. Unbelievable how much hair was coming out. And he was like, it ain't that cold, you know? And I was like, what? It's pretty cold outside. And not where I'm from. He said, I think it's 4 degrees, man. It was 4 degrees outside. He goes, we opened the pool up in our house at 4 degrees. And I was like, dude, I think your parents probably tried to kill you or something. I don't think that's what 4 degrees. Your parents probably beat you, I think. I think you're supposed to do that. Anyway, I don't like being cold. I hate it. It's terrible. But I did have to go to Goodwill the other day because I was cold and I needed to buy a jacket. Y'all go to Goodwill? Yeah. That's why I went, because I'm not paying full price. I want to buy somebody's trash. You know, you go there with a garbage bag full of stuff. I like to go to Goodwill and just make myself believe that my stuff's going to sell first. You know? My stuff is good. Feels good to think that about it, even though it's probably still in there. You ever seen your old shirt? You ever go to Goodwill and see your old shirt in there? You're like, wait a minute. I gave that away last year. Bought a shirt in there, bought a jacket in there. It smells like cat piss and, you know, old man breath when you walk into Goodwill. It smells like defeat when you walk in there. You don't feel good when you walk in. You're like, well, I guess I can't afford real stuff. I guess I'll go in here. Somebody's trash. You ever take a girl in there because she wants to do an arts and crafts project? She's like, let's go buy this furniture and paint it. No, how about no? I'm not talking about my kids right now. It's like a changing table in there. She's like, let's paint this changing table and put some herbs on top of it and grow some herbs. I'm like, I think we're breaking up right now. I'm staying here with you. I spent $47 at Goodwill, which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of money. I thought I bought 2 things. I bought a shirt and a jacket. It's too much, actually, I thought. It's too much. I should give it to you. You should go to take your shirt off and put it on the rack and just take a shirt with you. You know what I mean? I saw an old man trying on a pair of shoes. I was like, dude, just put your shoes in the rack and walk out. Like, what's the difference? They smell the same. There's no difference in the shoe. Unbelievable. And I was like, I go to check out, you know, you can take a credit card to Goodwill, which I find very fascinating. Because Goodwill is the most profitable thing on rather than the news, but they're making a lot of money right now. Obviously, it's all free. I mean, it's all free. We're donating it. They're like, yeah, we'll charge you what we think you should pay for it. You're like, how about nothing? And then I go in there and it's $47, and the lady in the front that has no teeth and a lot of ear hair, which is crazy. Like, what are you, an owl? What are you? And she's like, you want to round up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to round up at Goodwill. I'm rounding up now. It's $47 now. I think I just donated enough money to you guys. Now you want me to give to children who are starving in somewhere else? No, I think I'll pass. This isn't TPUSA. We won't talk about Erica Kirk tonight, but that's a crazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that woman. You see that woman on the street, you know that girl. She was a preacher's daughter who knew how to give hand jobs in the back of church. You know it's true. Don't deny it. It's true. She has these crazy eyes. I dated some of those girls. I grew up in church. I know what it's all about. You date a preacher's daughter, you know what's going to happen. You're going to have some cream in your duck heads, that's for sure. While they're singing Amazing Grace. You know? I love it. Fun, man. Fun. Goodwill's crazy. So me and my girl were at Goodwill, we left, and I get home from work, whatever, right? I bought that nice shirt at Goodwill. That was 48 cents because it had the red dot on it. So I got surprised. I went home, I go, look at this shirt, it was 48 cents. It was missing 2 buttons, had a rip in the back, but still. It looked good. It looked good. And my girl goes, we got a dinner party we're going to, which, by the way, what? A dinner party? Like to go to somebody's house to go eat at their table? And like, what are we talking about here? That's where I'm going? With 3 other couples and I don't know who they are? No, thank you. But I wore my Goodwill shirt, you know what I mean? Because you have to go and you can't not go unless you want to fight, which I'm not against fighting, but this wasn't worth the fight. And I wore the Goodwill shirt because it's the only place you can go buy a shirt and you can let people know that that's where you got it. You know, like if they go, oh, I like that shirt, you go, I got this at Goodwill. It's like a little flex, you know what I mean? It's a little flex. You don't do that for Ross. You don't go to Ross and you're like, check this out, I got it at Ross. Not unless you are a black guy. You can do it then. Or unless you stole it from Ross. But you can't steal from Ross because they have a security guard there, which is strange because it's the lowest department store on the planet. It's not even TJ Maxx where you can buy your noodles. I go to my aunt's house, she buys all her olive oil from TJ Maxx. I'm like, what are we doing here, Aunt Newts? It's crazy. So we go to this couple's party. And we have to pretend to like each other for a while. You know how white people do when they're around the table with a bunch of people talking about stuff, you know? How's the football games, you know? I have a daughter that plays college softball, so I brought that up, you know? That was fun. And then the lady stood up and she clinked her cup like a couple of damn cats were going to come in and start eating Purina cat food. She's like, bing, 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 you know? And then she made us go into the living room and play board games. You ever done that as an adult? Played some fucking board games? You done that in a while? When was the last time you played Chutes and Ladders? I'm playing Chutes and Ladders over there. I'm like, what's going on? I'm over there reading the directions. I'm like, what's happening? My girlfriend's like, why are you reading the directions? I'm like, I haven't played this game in 45 years. If we're gonna win, we're gonna win. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play Candyland. You ever play Candyland? That's a good one too. Unbelievable, man. I don't want to go sit around and talk about that. And then you start playing the weird games. The drunker that you get at an adult party, the weirder the games get, you know? They start bringing out these weird card games. It's always like, what's your favorite penis? You're like, what? It's a weird card game to play. How about we go home? Can we do that? Somebody one time was like, you remind me of a serial killer. That's what a guy told me one time. You believe that? He said I was a serial killer. Well, I had a vibe with a serial killer. He was just at the bar. I didn't know the guy's name. That's a weird thing to say to somebody you know who they are. Like maybe I am. Maybe I will kill you tonight. That's what I felt like when I was at that dinner party, you know. Crazy, man. Because I'll tell you this real quick. The other night I had a fantasy happen with my girlfriend with me. Or a fantasy, you know? Y'all into fantasies? Me either. Not into them. But my girlfriend was in there reading a book in the bed. My child was asleep. I was watching YouTube conspiracy theories. Because that's the best thing on the internet. And I had a light knock at my door at like 10:30. You ever had that happen, sir? Dude, let me say something. I went and put on some, AC/DC, walking the highway to hell. And I went and got my 2 machetes, and I was like, this is why I was born here. This is what I'm here for. I snuck around the back, I'm going to sneak up on this guy. I thought I was being robbed, I got a knife. I'm like, let's go do this, This is my moment to cut off a guy's arm. Because that's my fantasy, And I walk around the door, and then we live in a house or whatever. And he goes, "You order DoorDash?" I was like, "Dude, you're about got killed, man." DoorDash? What are you talking about? Unbelievable, man. I don't know. You guys like Tic Tacs? The candy? Just gonna change the subject. I didn't like that. I didn't like where that was going. I didn't like where it was going. It was getting dark, serial killer stuff. I didn't like it. I gotta talk about my kids in a minute, but I got 6 of them, I know. I got 6 kids, but we'll talk about that. I have 6. 6 kids is crazy. I'm not even black. But or Mexican, but not even Catholic, really. I'm Protestant, but a lot of my friends are like, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, it's easy. You don't pull out. Easy. I do have 2 ex-wives, though. I know they are dead, but just kidding, they're not dead. But I mean, I like the way y'all paused and said, "Oh, that's sad," but it's not sad that they died. It'd be great if they did. Every day I look at the obituary and I hope that maybe this is the day. Y'all dead? Yeah, I'll call one of my kids. Is she dead yet? I love having ex-wives, man, just to let you know. You're an ex. You didn't make it. You got divorced. My kids will tell me that all the time. I got a 23-year-old daughter that plays in college softball, like I said, and she'll call me and say she has daddy issues. That's what she'll tell me, which is a weird thing to say to your father. And she lives up in Georgia. And I'll say, well, just move down here to Florida. There's a lot of girls that work at strip clubs with daddy issues. You can just take a job there. I know, that was a sad joke. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. Don't want to have a moment of prayer. Hang on. Yeah, I'll see y'all at church on Sunday. My middle daughter is also in college. She's like 20, I think. I don't know. I can't remember their birthdays or their ages or if they're boys or girls anymore. I don't know. I'll let them decide. And they came home for Thanksgiving one year, and they have a Labradoodle. I don't know if you guys know what Labradoodles are, but it's basically a dog that a white person invented that has ADHD, and it's basically a retarded dog. It's basically what it is. It's just a retarded dog. It's like, hey, man, I'm out here, dude. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm out here, It's crazy. And my middle daughter, this is how I grew up at a different time. My middle daughter calls me up and sends me a picture of her ear in a plastic bag because her Labradoodle, which is supposed to be a nice dog, bit her ear off. Yeah, they were just playing in the bed. Just took a little liking to her little cow ear and just bit it off. Off, all the way off, in a bag. When I was a kid, my grandmother had a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Y'all know what Shih Tzus are? Those mean dogs. They get real vicious. And it bit one of my friends in the neck. And we forgave it because my friend looked like the guy from Goonies. So we're like, we'll give it a pass, I'm like, hey, you guys. He looked like that guy. He did. Huge fucking forehead, man. Way too big. Like your forehead could land a couple of damn birds on it, and you wouldn't even know they were there. But then it bit my nephew. And we lived on a farm. And once it bit my dad's grandson, it didn't last like 6 minutes. You know what I mean? It was in the backyard, 6 feet under. You know, right? That's what you're supposed to do with a dog that bites a kid, right? Well, my dog, that Labradoodle, that's, you know, partly mine because it's, you know, my kids. They took that Labradoodle to the vet, and now it's just addicted to Xanax. That's where we're at. Like it's going to therapy now. Like it's on Xanax. Like what is happening? Like that dog should be eaten by the Indian restaurant. It should not be. That's the first dog I'm going to eat when the apocalypse happens. By the way, I've already scanned the horizon on what kind of dog I'm going to chew on when we have to start eating dogs. And Labradoodle is the first one I'm going to go to. You know, it's true. It's probably a good tasting dog. These dogs are eating better than we are now, anyway. You know, you see these subscriptions that we're having that these dog food now? It's like farm to table dog food now. The next commercial is McDonald's. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get diabetes, but at least I'll leave the money to my dog. It's insane. I don't know if I trust McDonald's anymore. McDonald's and OnlyFans are kind of like the same thing, right? Like nobody admits to going there, but they're doing pretty good. You know? I'll ask my friends, y'all on OnlyFans? You got OnlyFans? They're like, not me, man. Well, who's buying OnlyFans? Somebody's out here doing it. I don't know who it is. Not me, but I'm not going to McDonald's either. So, y'all like McDonald's? You like McDonald's? You like it? It's got human meat in it now, so it feels pretty good. I don't know if it does or not. I saw it on TikTok. I don't know. TikTok will make me believe anything. You know what I mean? I can believe anything on TikTok. My son is 16 years old, and he called me the other day. He's a normal kid. Normal. Now he's autistic. He watched a couple of TikTok videos. He's like, Dad, I got autism now. I said, you can't just claim you got autism. You can't claim it. When I was a kid, if you had autism, dude, you were not doing a lot. And now people just raise their hands. I got it. He's got autism and ADHD. Which I think that means he'll explode at any moment. You can't have them both, can you? He's like, I like playing with trains, but I can't concentrate on playing with trains. It just puts you down like a Labradoodle. You don't need to be around here, man. Oh, I don't know anymore, man. He is crazy. Like, he will call me up and text me and be like, I need $40. He wants Cash App now because that's how we give money out, is Cash App and all this, you know. Venmo and Zelle and just a way to just, or money, it's like whatever. And I was like, what do you need it for? He's like, I just ordered a banana split on DoorDash. All right, dude. The future looks good, I'll tell you that. We are doing good. We're doing good as a country, as a people. I was like, well, what are you doing that you can't get up and go make a banana split? He's like, I'm watching videos on how to survive in the woods. What? That's what... If we had to find you a Walmart 3 weeks ago, buddy, you're not going to survive in the woods, man. He goes, come here, Dad, look at this. They're showing me how to skin a polar bear. I go, I hate to break it to you, buddy, that's a squirrel. You're not doing well. I don't know, dude. Like, having kids is crazy, man. It's crazy. My kid, I got kids from 23 down to 16 months. I got a 16-month-old at the house right now. I know. I met a girl in Florida. This is how cool Florida chicks are. I come down here from Atlanta, and she manifested me. Y'all know what that is? Yeah, you know, you girls know what it is. They usually got a tramp stamp, if you don't know. And they probably used to be strippers. And they probably don't have a dad. But they're into manifesting, I'll tell you that. It means the stars aligned and brought us together. And you know, I've been divorced twice, and I got 5 kids. And she goes, you want to move in? And I was like, God, Florida girls are wild. It's crazy out here with these Florida chicks, man. So now I got 23 down to 16 months, and we live together. We're happy. I have to say that I recorded that. So now she's the best. She's the best. Getting this? I love her, man. Dude, she's cool. She does give me a second chance. It's fun. I'll tell you this, man. My daughter that does play college softball almost didn't go play college softball because she played her whole life. Have you anybody got kids that play sports? You might as well take out a third mortgage. It's unbelievable how expensive it is now. I mean, it's crazy. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, just go tell a bunch of parents that want to live vicariously through their kids that they can go play college ball, and they'll give you a blank check. And so I did that, and my daughter does play college softball now, which is great. She's a senior this year, so we'll graduate, and we're excited for her. She got engaged, I think like a month ago now, so that's cool. Give it up for that, right? Oh, thank you. All right, that's exciting. She actually got engaged to a man, which shocked us too. You know? I mean, because for her 16th birthday, we got her a Subaru Outback, and we're like, we know what's up. You know what I mean? You play softball, like, come on. All right, that's all the time I got this evening. I really appreciate you guys. All right, I went out. You got to do for your host, man. I think you guys are having me tonight. How much that?
One more time for Jonathan, everybody. Oh, yeah, you guys are awesome. You having fun? Yeah. Are you having fun? Come on.